What if the person promising to heal your soul is the one quietly breaking it? What if the guide who claims to lead you toward enlightenment is actually leading you toward financial dependency, emotional manipulation, or psychological control? In an age where information is everywhere and deception should be impossible, why are millions still falling under the spell of modern spiritual gurus, figures with no qualifications, no accountability, and no limits? Today, we step into a world where charisma becomes currency, spirituality becomes a business, and the promise of awakening becomes a tool for control. This is the dark world of New Age gurus, and the truth behind their rise is stranger than the myths they sell. To understand how we got here, we need to go back to the roots of the modern spiritual movement. The New Age wave emerged as a reaction to political chaos, industrial life, and the limitations of rigid religious systems. People were searching for something gentle, something personal, something meaningful. Early spiritual teachers offered meditation, energy healing, and cosmic connection ideas that sounded peaceful and liberating. But as interest grew, so did the opportunity for influence. The lack of regulation, certification, or oversight created the perfect environment for anyone to claim spiritual authority. And as more people sought answers, more charismatic leaders stepped forward to give them, not always with good intentions. The idea of the guru became powerful. It suggested that one enlightened individual held a special truth, a secret wisdom that others needed. Many early followers placed unconditional trust in these teachers, and in that trust lies the opening for exploitation. Some gurus gained celebrity status, some gained wealth, some gained absolute control over their communities. The formula was established, and future generations would refine and expand it with far more sophistication. As the world moved into the 1990s and early 2000s, the self-help industry collided with spirituality, and the New Age world changed forever. Gurus no longer needed temples or retreats. They needed stages, books, microphones, and eventually, social media. The internet transformed spiritual influence into a global phenomenon. A single viral clip, a single dramatic message, a single emotional video could turn an unknown teacher into a worldwide authority. Algorithms rewarded extreme ideas, bold claims, and confident personas. And so, New Age messaging evolved to match the new medium. Louder, more dramatic, more mystical, and more profitable. Some promised to activate your hidden DNA. Others claimed to heal trauma through remote energy waves. Some offered to unlock the secrets of manifestation or attract a twin flame soulmate. Expensive coaching programs, elaborate retreats, and high-ticket transformation courses became normal. And behind the scenes, the industry grew quietly into a multi-billion-dollar empire. But as influence expanded, so did the risks. The breaking point usually arrives when belief turns into dependence. Some gurus began demanding absolute loyalty. Some pressured followers into purchasing increasingly costly programs. Some isolated followers from family, friends, or outside opinions. Others justified inappropriate behavior as part of the growth process. The language of enlightenment became a shield for manipulation. Stories emerged of people losing their life savings in pursuit of spiritual breakthroughs. Others developed emotional trauma after being told that their pain was their own fault, that they weren't spiritually evolved enough to understand their guru's methods. What began as a search for meaning slowly became a psychologically binding, financially draining trap. And when the truth finally surfaced, the fallout was devastating. Communities broke apart. Followers struggled to understand how their trusted guide could also be their abuser. Some fell into depression. Others isolated themselves out of shame, convinced they were the ones who failed. Families were torn apart. Bank accounts were emptied. Lives were reshaped by promises that were never real. Yet when one guru fell, the system continued untouched. Without regulation or accountability, there was no structural way to prevent the next charismatic figure from rising. Most attempts to introduce standards or certification failed because New Age spirituality is decentralized. Anyone can claim to be a healer, a coach, or an ascension guide. Anyone can create a course. Anyone can start a retreat. And online platforms provide global reach with almost no scrutiny. The cycle repeats itself because the structure rewards it. Viral videos elevate confident voices. Algorithms amplify dramatic promises. Followers assume intuition is enough to judge credibility. And the more outrageous the claim, the faster it spreads. The industry adapts and reinvents itself constantly, creating a new generation of gurus every few years. Today, the global New Age industry online is worth over $20 billion. More than 65% of spiritual influencers have no formal training. And nearly 1 in 3 people who attend high-control retreats report financial or emotional harm afterward. These numbers reveal a simple truth. The patterns that existed decades ago are still alive, just updated for the digital age. Charisma becomes authority, vulnerability becomes opportunity, and online platforms multiply everything. There are 3 lessons within this pattern. First, not all spiritual teachers are dangerous, but charisma is not proof of wisdom. Second, real spiritual growth empowers you. It does not isolate you, pressure you, or demand unquestioning loyalty. And third, in any system with no accountability, exploitation is not an accident. It is an inevitability. The warning is simple. As long as people search for meaning, someone will offer an answer. But not all answers come from places of truth, and some lead into shadows instead of light. If you want more documentaries that explore hidden systems, psychological manipulation, and the forces quietly shaping our world, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. There are many more stories to uncover, and this journey is only just beginning.